Welcome to FM2017, my Wigan game, currently in December 2033, and my next game is against Yeovil. I've had to make some changes to my side, and as you can see, I'm currently on a bad run, but Lee Harwood went down. He was going to actually replace my left back. Dan Kennett, my goalkeeper, has fallen down injured. Kieran Whittaker is injured with food poisoning and failed a fitness test. And Tyrese Deno's got an additional 2-match ban from his red card. I've also dropped Herbie Kane. And I need another substitute. We'll put Madge on the bench. So Robbie Craig gets to start up front. Liam Berry gets to start in midfield. My two old men are now partnering the centre of my defence. Brian Branson has replaced Savage as left back because Savage upset me significantly, and Andrew Wilson is currently in goal. So this is my wonderful team to take on second placed Yeovil, where I'm currently 10th. Yes, Thomas is about back to fitness, although his fitness test actually said maximum 45 minutes. He's my best defender. And he may get on in the second half, he may not. And I've had a bit of a break for about 14 days, I think, since the last game I played, because I've been knocked out the FA Cup, and the FA Cup weekend was in there, and this is a long interview. I've told my assistant manager to start doing opposition instructions, which I wasn't before, see if that makes a difference. And let's go and see if we can tell them to get some revenge. Oh, that's a nice shot. At least we're not playing on Yeovil's sloping pitch, as it was famously known for. I don't know if it's been flattened out now, but for years it was known as the famous Yeovil sloping pitch, which is one of the reasons apparently people claimed they had so much FA Cup success, was clubs that went there and never played on a sloping pitch couldn't deal with it, whereas Yeovil played on it every other week, so they knew how to handle a sloping pitch. And they fouled me 5 times so far. And apparently I've had 3 shots, 1 on target, of which there hasn't been a highlight for 21 minutes. 25 minutes? Oh, finally a highlight. I don't know how much of a highlight this highlight might actually be. Thomas found a bit of space on the right side. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a cross or a shot. I'm not sure he knows either. At least we got a header in, and okay, put the ball wide. Well, the first shot in the whole game, and I thought that was going to go in. Yes, Wilson's a reasonable kid goalkeeper for this level, but he's not exactly inspiring by comparison with Kennett. Oh good, and my current left back sucks as bad as Savage did. Forgot what his name is, to be honest. He was just known as my backup left back, but I'm sure he does have a name. He just sucks as bad as Savage. But Savage, having upset me, is unlikely to get a game while there is another player who can play in that position who is fit. That I hold a grudge much. And as usual, my central defence is iffy. But hopefully, with, what's his name? Dali, whatever my player is that's coming back from a long-term injury, as well as Kieran Whittaker, who will be back for the next game after food poisoning. Hopefully. As always, I like to travel hopefully. But hopefully, my central defence will improve going forward. Great, and here comes another yellow card. There's going to come a point where I'm not going to be able to fill the team because I'll have so many people suspended. Still trying to motivate, and Slaughter, you're not playing well, so we'll give Anthony Harvey a game. He hasn't had one for a while. Yes, and my left back does suck, but there's not much I'm going to do about it. Oh, it's the other. Thomas is the other defender's name, but he may or may not come on in the second half at some point. But I don't have a great deal of faith in my substitutes either. I am scouting a lot of young players and transfer listed players in the hope that I can pick up one or two of them in the transfer window to improve the team. I'm also going to have to clear out a large chunk of this squad because it's now got very large with a lot of dross in it. It normally takes me a season or two to actually become fully comfortable with my squad, and I get the feeling that if it takes me 2 seasons to become fully comfortable with my squad at Wigan, I won't be around to enjoy the fruits of a couple of seasons of changes because I'll have been fired by that point. And it's not unusual for me to get fired in this game, I must admit. I normally manage to bring clubs from the Vanarama National League or the North or South League up to about the Championship level, and then I watch them fail badly, at which point after a while I get fired or I leave, and then find some club which I can bounce between the Championship and the Premier League before I eventually get fired from there. However, I have been fired after about 4 months in one game. I was that bad in one club, and I've been fired for various reasons from various clubs, including players losing faith in me. What are you doing wandering to no man's land there, Wilson? Failure to meet expectations, the usual reasons why you get fired. Well, if there's a reason for me getting fired, it's happened at one club or another. At big clubs, there was actually a point where I actually stopped playing this version of the game for a while. I literally took over Chelsea after their manager got fired. I got offered the Chelsea job. Their expectation was to qualify for the next round of the whatever European Cup they were, I think it's the UEFA League. I won the game, but because the previous manager had lost the first leg about 7-0, my 3 or 4-0 victory wasn't enough to put us through, and I literally got fired after one match. That's the shortest time I've spent at a club ever. So that soured me on this game for a while, which is probably why I haven't put as many hours into this version of the game as I have previous versions of FM. Well, that, and I found other things to do, and life is short and complex these days, and there's work, various other social obligations, etc. But that really did at one point upset me greatly with the game, to be fired after one game in charge. And it was 3 or 4 days in charge, it wasn't even a full week. When you get fired after one game for winning it, you tend to get a little annoyed. Okay, that was a shot at least. Berry. This has been a fast game with very little going on of note. I'm not impressed by my team, or theirs for that matter. I was kind of impressed that Brewster got that ball. Yes, we haven't found a way through and looked particularly dangerous at all the whole game. Patented Brewster free kick that's, oh, actually hit the top of the net. I thought it was going to hit the wall then. That's what he normally manages to do. Here we are already in the 90th minute, and I can safely call this one a bore draw, as they use the term. We have looked ineffective going forward, and hardly skillful at the back. And they've looked ineffective going forward and equally hardly skillful at the back. And the midfield has pretty much been bypassed for most of this game, apparently. So unless I manage to score in the last 30 seconds of the game, which is kind of doubtful, especially as they've got the ball and they're going forward. Were going forward. I was about to say something positive, and then watching the ball go back towards my goalkeeper, thinking if that suddenly bobbles or he oversteps it and it trickles into the goal, I will be very annoyed. Thankfully, it didn't. Big boot upfield. Yeah, not good enough. Yep, this was a bore draw. I'll try and be positive about that. Not exactly great result. But anyway, that was the Yeovil game. At least it wasn't as bad as some of my previous games, and hopefully I will see you down the road.